Welcome back guys. In this video, we will learn about an interesting concept in array manipulation is how to check if an array is sorted and rotated both. Right? Maybe you need to solve a coding problem or find a specific element and these concepts become crucial. So now let's dive deep into it before we start coding. First we think how we can solve it, right? So first try to understand the problem. Okay, so take this example that we are having an array 3 4 5 1 2. Okay, now if we have to check this array sorted and rotated both, right, how we can approach it? Okay, we know if the array is sorted, then it should follow a continuous increasing order, right? So we will use that. And what does we mean by a continuous order? Right. A continuous order is, let's say here, if we have 3, then the next element should be 4 or should be, an increasing order and then 5. Right. Here also 1 and 2. Right. So what does it mean? This means if the array is sorted, if the array is rotated also, then also it will maintain an order, right? So this one is an observational approach. So now let's try. So we have this, and first element is 3. Now 3 is less than 4. Correct. Correct. 3 is less than 4. Right. Now let's go to this 4. 4 is less than 5. Correct. Right. Now comes to this 5. Is 5 less than 1? No. 5 is not. A big no. Right. Now we go to 1 and 2. 1 is less than 2. Yes, it is. Now we check the last and the first one. Right. Is 2 less than 3? Yes. So we observe that only one pair exists which is not following the order, right? So probably around this 5 and 1, this array is rotated, right? Now let's see one more example, right? Let's say we have this array. Let me think of an array. Yes. So let's say we have this array 2, 1, 3, 4, right? Now consider this example. Uh, let's start the dry run. 2 is less than 1. No, this is not less than 1, right? Again, next is 1 is less than 3. Yes, correct, right? Now 3 is less than 4. 3 is less than 4. That is also true, right? And 4 is less than 2. No, 4 is not less than 2, right? 4 is greater than 2, that we all know, right? Now, if we see, there are two pairs which are not following the order, right? Here we have two pairs. And if we look this array, we can see that this can't be sorted if it is rotated because before 1 we have 2 and after 1 we have 3, right? And we know whenever any array is sorted, there will be a pivot element around which it is sorted, right? Or I mean rotated. There must be a point around which the array we are rotating. So uh, the left of that point and the right of that point should also maintain the order, right? This can never be the case in this because 2 is greater than 1, 3 is also greater than 1. This can never be possible. That's why we are getting multiple pairs which are not following our condition. Right? Now let's see one more example. That is 1, 1 and 1. Right? So now let's see if any pair is greater than the previous one. Now check this. 1 greater than 1? No. Again, 1 greater than 1? No. Right? Now let's check the last one. 1 greater than 1? No. So here we haven't find any pair which is not following our condition, right? Because see, our condition is check I minus 1, right? If I minus 1 is greater than I, if this is the condition, then we are increasing the pair. Here 1 is less 1, 1 is greater than 1, no. So our total pair here is 0, right? And this is sorted, right? Because we have duplicate elements as we are given in the question. So 1 1 1, and it is sorted, right? There is no defined pivotal point, right? It is sorted. So from these observations we can see if we are having one pair, then it is sorted and rotated, and even if it has zero pair, then also it is sorted and rotated. But if we are having two pairs, that means it is not sorted when it is rotated, right? And always remember this condition, that there can never be the case that the pivotal element, the left and right, both are greater than it. They should follow the order, right? So we now know that if our pair is less than equal to 1, then it is we have to return true. Otherwise, we have to give false, right? So we have understood the concept and the intuition behind it. Now we are back to our code editor, and let's start coding. Before we start, well, let's see what we are given. We are given a nums array and we have to return a boolean, that is true and false, right? Now let's start. Let's think what we have to do. We learned that we have to check I minus 1 and I index, right? And keep track of our pair, right? That's what we have to do. Let's start. So let's initialize our pair variable as 0. We haven't find any pair as of now. And let's see if we start from, let's start from 1 because we have to check I minus 1, right? So if we start from 0, then it will not be defined, right? So let's start from 1 and let's go till the length of the array, and what you have to check. If we find the order is not followed, that means for an array to be sorted, previous element should be lesser than the next element. So if the order is not followed, that means previous element will be is greater in our current situation, right? And if previous element is greater, that means we have found one pair which is not following the order, right? So what we will do is we will just simply increase our pair, right? Now this will check each pair, that is 0 1 1 2 2 3, right? But we have to check the last and the first pair also, right? Because it is a rotated, right? We have to complete the cycle. We started from the first index, now we have to go till the first index. So to complete the cycle, let's check. If nums array and the last index will be length minus 1, if it is not following the order, that means it is greater than the first element, right? That time also we can increase our pair. So we know if we have found pairs more than two, more than one, then that means this array was not sorted when it is rotated. So we can just simply return if pair is less than 1. That means it is a true value that we are going to return. Right? Let's run this. Now it is running and see all the three basic test cases have been passed. Now let's try to submit this up. Right? So it is accepted successfully. Now, if you guys have any doubt or any suggestions or anything, feel free to comment, write down in the comment section your thoughts. And if you understood the solution also, then try to write understood so that I can get to know if you guys have understood the approach or not. Right? That's it for this video. We'll see in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.